Hi, my name is Frank Rivero, Pacific Interment Service, and welcome back to the Mortuary Channel. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to run a series on a vessel that we bought for sea scattering. It is an Al Grover 26. It's a very interesting boat in as much as it's the only boat, small boat, that's ever made it across the Atlantic on outboard engines. It's a very cool boat, built by Al Grover in the 70s, and this one happens to be built in 79 and in 80. I found this boat about 2 months ago just by happenstance. It had been decommissioned completely, no wiring, no nothing in it. The only thing that was still in it was the engine. And it had been stored for 30 years at a storage facility on Bethel Island. I brought it back to my place and started working on it. Kind of this video will show an introduction, and then from there I'm filming every week or two with the progress, explaining some stuff, and just trying to get a documentation of all the things right about the Al Grover 26. This vessel ultimately, and I'm hoping to take you through this process, will be licensed by U.S. Coast Guard under subsection T, which is a small passenger vessel. I've done that a couple times with other boats, so I'm familiar with the process. It's not an easy one, but if not, I'd be limited to 6 passengers. I think that would probably be enough, but I don't know, I'm a glutton for torture. So enjoy the video, comment below if you have anything to say or you have any suggestions or if you're familiar with the boat. By the way, you can also look on YouTube for The Legend of Al Grover, and it will tell, it's a documentary, it's really well done, and they interview Al in that video about his trip across the Atlantic, which him and his son, Al Jr., made. And they almost lost their life several times trying to make it across the Atlantic, but in the end they did. And one more thing, this vessel, quite a few of these were sold by Al Grover to the United States Coast Guard as surf boats. You'll see in the thumbnail is one of those, the U.S. Coast Guard 26 Al Grover surf boat. You'll immediately see the resemblance. Actually, they're identical to the one that's in the video. Again, enjoy the video, comment below. I'll chime in every now and then, but for the most part, I'm just going to be posting update videos you'll see on YouTube. Thanks. Bye. Okay, just recording this on my phone. I don't know if this will ever make it onto the Mortuary Channel. It's kind of unrelated, but I picked up this 26-foot Al Grover. It's a really nice boat. Believe it or not, a sister ship of this made it across the Atlantic on outboard engines. First time that had ever happened. Just giving you a quick walk around. I towed her in from a storage yard where she'd been stored for about 30 years in what was that place? East Bay somewhere. Bethel Island, that's what it is. And I give you some idea. I put the tarp and all that PVC stuff just to keep the rain off of her while I'm working and keep the sun off of me while I'm working. She's off the trailer right now. I got the rear on these stands, and then the front's got a block over there. Yesterday I ran the steering cable. As you can see under here, there's no propeller and no rudder, but I am talking to Al Grover Jr., who was very interested in this vessel, and he happens to have a couple of those, or at least one set laying around over there, so I'm going to buy those off of him. He's a really good guy. He's been kind of helping me just get my mind around what I'm doing here. Let's see. There's Perkins engine in this thing. It's not wired. I ran the wiring harness yesterday back to the engine compartment. That's the cover. Oh, you'll see other pictures with the cover on. But this is one of 4 of these that were built with this 4-cylinder Perkins 4236. Great engine. Should do well. The purpose for this boat is to have something to do sea scatterings off of, a little bigger than what we've been using. Stand by just a minute, I gotta get on board. Starting back here, there's where the rudder goes. That stainless steel rod right there is connected to a cable that I ran yesterday. That runs all the way back. I'll show you where I just installed that on here, which is for the steering wheel. It's kind of the mount for the steering wheel. And down in here, very dirty, full of old parts and stuff like that. When I got it, I cleaned it all out. I guess it's okay that you missed all that. Portholes have been covered. Let it get some new bronze portholes for this bad boy. And there's the other porthole also covered. This is the cable steering on this thing, and I just put these in the back. So I'm going to keep working away over here. I'll try to film as I go along. Maybe I can turn this into some type of YouTube boat project. Talk to you in a bit.